Hi guys, it's Barbara with Quartz Rose Tarot. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that you're notified when I upload new content. Guys, if you're looking for my information to book a personal reading or my tarot deck, Magical Fantasy Tarot, or any of my other channels, everything is in the description box below the video. Let's get into this for Aries. Okay, so you're having some relationship drama. Aries, here you come out. Queen of Wands. So I feel like you suspect something, but I do see you reconciling, even though you're kind of trapped in your head. I do see you reconciling. There's communication here with a King of Wands. So you, either one of you could be, this could be either one of you, because King of Wands to the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands came out first, but take it out resonates with you. This is relationship drama. There's a burden in it with a couple in a relationship. Queen of Wands. This is the wheels turning in your favor, though. So I feel like you're going to reconcile the harsh truth here. Whatever this problem is going to be reconciled, but you're trapped in your head wanting justice. There's communication with your partner here. This is somebody who is wanting to heal from the drama. They have some regret or remorse. So this could be anything. This person could have called you out of your name. This person could have done something, you know, a lot worse. But in this case, I feel like there is drama here. There is drama. And I do see their recovery. There's recovery here. I feel there's like, you're both at a crossroads about the deception. It's almost like manifesting a past mistake, but I see a victory. I do see a victory. So what I feel like is you're at a crossroads about this deception. You're feeling like if this person lied to you, they've lied to you before. Now you're looking back and you're wondering, has this person done this before to me, right? But here's the problem. Don't create a problem where there's not one. If there's an issue, just deal with the issue. You know, it's the problem. The problem here is what I'm seeing, Aries, is sometimes when we fight and argue, we don't settle the fight. You know, you don't come to a conclusion. So it's an ongoing fight that just keeps building momentum, right? So with this manifesting past mistakes, you're bringing up a shit bag. This is somebody who's looking back at past mistakes and that, you know, well, remember when you did this 2 years ago or when you did that? That's what that's about. If you want a victory, there, the bottom of the deck was, don't do that, right? If you want a victory, keep quiet. I mean, what this is meaning to me is, don't bring up this stuff, because this gets you nowhere but another fight. If you want to get along, you have to come to a conclusion with a fight or an argument. You're just not bickering back and forth for nothing. There has to be some kind of a give and take and putting something to bed so that you're not bringing it up. You're not looking back at past mistakes. So you're not going to add on to a continuing fight. Okay, Taurus. First card out, Taurus, King of Pentacles. So again, just like the King of Wands, you're coming out as the King of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles. So it could be, take it out resonates with you. You both could be Tauruses, or you could be, the person could be a Virgo or a Capricorn. So take it out resonates. You love your partner. You do want justice. You want marriage in this partnership. I feel like you're looking to get married because the King of Pentacles wants justice with a couple, with their partner. So they want to get married. This person loves their partner. But the truth is there's a cycle that has to end. So something with your partner, you have to reconcile the harsh truth about. So whatever the problem is, the truth is that cycle has to close. So reconciling a harsh truth, I don't know if this is a drug problem, an alcohol problem, a sex problem, a shopping problem. It could be any problem, right? Something that causes you guys to argue and someone to be very guarded and defensive about the back and forth, right? Because of the past. So this is something that you want to see change. You want a victory. Somebody's working on something to get a victory. Now, the person that's working on it, though, Taurus, is the Queen of Pentacles. Because the Queen of Pentacles is reconciling the harsh truth. They don't want to fight with you because there's a lot of back and forth, arguing back and forth, and someone's very guarded and defensive. Has to do with the past. And to get a victory, they have to work on something. So if that maybe is their finances, and she's holding a pentacle, so it could very well be a pentacle. It may be a shopping problem. You want to marry this person, but maybe this person sucks where the money's concerned. And that may be your biggest pet peeve here, that they need to handle their business better. Maybe that's the problem. Okay, Gemini. Gemini, you're the first card out as well. Okay. You're doing some soul searching. Excuse me. So you're doing some soul searching because you're trying to rebuild. You want equal give and take. You're going to take that leap of faith. That's been a long time coming. So I feel like this may be a renewing of yourself because you're rebuilding, but you do have some regrets or remorse where a Queen of Cups is concerned. Tell me about this. You want a new beginning with this person. You're communicating you want a new beginning. But you feel like there's a burden? Tell me about this. Tell me about this Queen of Cups. Oh. Okay. What's happened here, you're coming in as King of Swords energy. Now, soul searching about having equal give and take, taking that leap of faith, it's been a long time, okay? You're wanting to rebuild, but you regret something with the Queen of Cups. And when I clarify the Queen of Cups, you left this Queen of Cups out in the cold. You left this person for somebody else. The harsh truth is you could have married this person. You could have been their King of Pentacles. I feel like you want a chance to communicate about the burden. But here's the problem. Here's the problem. You left the Queen of Cups for the Queen of Wands. This person gave you an ultimatum. I feel like that you had a choice between two, because you have the Lovers in a relationship, but somebody was passionately communicating that you wanted, they needed you to choose. Okay, so in this case, you could have met two people around the same time and you chose the Queen of Wands. But I feel like you regret that now because you want to communicate about the burden. You want to talk about why you left this person behind for this other person. I feel like you felt that you had to. I don't know if this person claimed to be pregnant or you felt trapped in this because this is an ultimatum. So, Gemini, I feel like this, you're trying to come forward. It's been a long time. You feel like you want to talk about the burden. You want to clear the air with this person. That's what I'm finding. You want to clear the air with somebody about why you left them behind for somebody else. Cancer. So you're waiting for emotional communication about a relationship. The communication will be with the Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You see things from a different perspective. You see this person as family. You see them as family, even if they're not. You're going to reconcile with somebody from the past and have a victory, Cancer. I don't feel like this is a love connection. I feel like this is a friends or family. Now, somebody was very cold and calculated. Well, something has come to an end. You were at a crossroads because somebody was cold and calculated with you. So maybe that was why the two of you haven't talked, right? That cycle has ended here. You haven't spoken to this person. But I feel like you're the reason you have the Two of Wands is because you love this person. You do love this person. Whether it's a family member, friend, whatever. You could be even a same-sex relationship. Take it how it resonates with you. But I don't think it's a... I'm talking about feminine to feminine here. I'm not getting the energy of a masculine involved here for some reason. You feel betrayed. You feel betrayed. You love this person, but you felt betrayed because of a Tower moment. Something happened. Something, you're looking back at past mistakes. See, two feminines. You got the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress. I feel like this is you, Cancer, the Empress energy. They're telling you to be patient. Somebody wants an opportunity. They're obsessed with an opportunity back and forth. Queen of Cups. Manifesting healing, a commitment. So I feel like there's somebody who wants to come clean. They want to communicate. They want to try to fix things with you. I don't see it that it's a major issue. You might have no problem having to communicate with this person. Okay, Leo. Mm. So, Leo, you're moving forward. You're making the right decision to move forward, to rebuild and have a new beginning. I feel like you've been hurt. You got the 7 of Swords, but there's 4 people involved. There's literally 4 people in this card. There's never 4 people in the 7 of Swords. I feel like there were 4 people involved in this. The harsh truth is that there was deception. That's why you're heartbroken. There could have been 3 other people involved, and you're the one standing behind them with the swords. Okay, so work may have been a factor here. You may have felt betrayed by somebody at work. Again, I'm getting 3s. I'm getting 3s. Like I'm 3, 3, and then there's 3 other people, and the 4th would be you. So I'm feeling there's 3 people involved here. Because you're resisting, you're very guarded and defensive at work, and you need to recover. So whatever happened may have been, there's some cattiness at work. Things are happening at work. So in your judgment, you feel betrayed. It's what's causing you a tower. This has to do with you seeing a relationship, or you see the relationship. You may be spying on the relationship. Whatever this is, in your judgment, you need to see things from a different perspective. You're wishing to look back at past mistakes. You're manifesting a victory, but I want to know about this. You see the relationship, or you're watching a relationship. Oh, okay. They may see that you're having sleepless nights and wanting to walk away from the relationship. If this is a work relationship, I feel like you're looking back at past mistakes, you're manifesting a victory. I feel like you're trying to figure out what your part in this is. Did you cause something? But I feel like there's betrayal. You feel betrayed and backstabbed. I feel like it's work related for you. You're trying to rebuild and have a new beginning, so you may even move to another, move on and get a new job, because the Ace of Pentacles is something that's going to grow and prosper. But I feel like you were hurt, and it literally, harsh truth about the deception, figuring out what people have done behind your back, right? This has caused you, betrayal caused you a tower moment. Now, towers could also be you moving. This is why they may be seeing that you're trapped, you're having sleepless nights wanting to walk away. You are going to get a victory, though. So, Leo, this is about you. If you're in a place where you feel some kind of way, you're going to be moving on to something bigger and better. Virgo. Somebody's wish of fulfillment is to communicate about what's been hidden. The moon's at the center of this read, so that's something that's hidden or a secret. Somebody's wish fulfillment is to communicate about a secret, something hidden, which is going to cause an ending and somebody being single. Tell me about this. Virgo, you could be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. I feel like this is intentional. Whatever this person's wishing to reveal to you is going to cause an ending. And now they're mastering their emotions, working on seeing a victory. This person's doing this with intention to cause a breakup, to cause a separation. That someone needs the strength to move on. They're discontent, they're unhappy, but they do have an opportunity to move forward. See, there's a lot of drama in the past. And somebody, the harsh truth was somebody was in and out. Somebody was cheating. Somebody was a cheater. Somebody was the Knight of Wands, there for a good time, not a long time. But this person's intentionally saying what they're saying to either get a reaction or to break up. But I do see an opportunity for you to move forward because of the drama in the past. This person's going to reveal the harsh truth as their player. This person is going to tell you some of the things that they've done behind your back, which definitely is going to lead to being single. Libra. Somebody's watching you. Somebody who's out in the cold, they've got their eye on you. They see you as their person. They're heartbroken over the relationship and the burdens. This person could be an Aries, Leo, Sag. See, I feel like you're broken up from this person or you're mad at this person, but they're like in the doghouse. They see you as their person, heartbroken about the relationship burdens. The King of One is working on their wish fulfillment. I feel like they're trapped in their head because you won't talk to them. They want to move past the drama. They have the strength to wait it out, though. Libra, they're not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere. They're hurt, but they're still, they're like a Klingon. I'm just telling you. They have the strength to wait, okay? They can wait it out. They'll feel like you won't be mad for long, right? They're having sleepless nights because of a tower moment in the commitment. So shit hit the fan, right? And you're trying to master your emotions. So I feel like you're trying to master you're angry. I feel like you're angry. And so this person's not going anywhere. They're definitely not going anywhere. They're just like, she's mad, but she'll come around. Yeah, she'll talk to me soon. Scorpio. So you're obsessed with working. You're obsessed with, this is how you're coping with something. Scorpio, this is how you're coping with something. You're obsessed with working. You're waiting for the harsh truth. You don't want to talk about the burden. You don't want to talk about the burden, but you're waiting to hear the harsh truth. You're trying to move forward from a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I feel like you're waiting for the harsh truth. You're not speaking. You don't want to talk about the burden. You're trying to move forward from the King of Pentacles, but they see their wish fulfillment. This could be you see them as your wish fulfillment, or they saw you as their wish fulfillment. But you're going to do some soul searching here. I don't feel like that's clarity. I feel like you're doing some soul searching because you're also you're in your headspace about this. I feel like you might be self-sabotaging here or catastrophizing, whatever, if that's the word I'm looking for. It's like a catastrophe. This is a catastrophe. You're making something bigger than it really is. You're waiting for shit to fall apart when it's not going to. This person is your wish fulfillment. But you need to think about this. You got to take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Okay. Okay. This, Scorpio, you are self-sabotaging here because you're manifesting past mistakes. You're bringing out the shit bag too. I don't know if that was Gemini or if that was Taurus. Maybe in Taurus, that the person was bringing out the shit bag. You know, the shit bag is bringing up things that happened in the past. You're manifesting past mistakes. You're bringing up, you know, well, you talked to Susie 2 years ago, or you liked her Facebook post, or you're bringing up something catty, something that should not be brought up, because all that does is just break down the relationship, right? Needing strength for your happiness, you better see things from a different perspective. You have to do some soul searching here. You have the Hermit and the Hanged Man. So this is sacrificing for enlightenment, but it's also looking at the bigger picture. It's also the card of empathy, standing in somebody else's shoes, feeling how they feel, right? But if you want to be happy, you got to have the strength to see things differently, right? You can't manifest past mistakes because what's happening here is you're throwing yourself into your work, not wanting to actually cope with what's happening because you're waiting for the boot to drop. You're waiting for the harsh truth. And you don't want to talk about the burdens. The problem is if there's a problem, you don't want to talk about it, but you bring it up later. So this is like you sabotaging your own relationship by doing this. And yes, I am calling you out, Scorpio, because you have those tendencies. And I have nothing against Scorpio, even though I was married to one 40 years ago. So I know how your personalities are. Okay, Sagittarius. I'm just saying. And no, I don't harbor any ill will towards Scorpios at all. One of my best friends in the world is a Scorpio. Sagittarius. Okay, so I feel like for you, Sagittarius, you see what the problem is. You have taken that step back. You have seen the bigger picture because you're looking at past mistakes. That's what you're doing. You took a minute, you stepped back, you looked at the bigger picture about past and you're working on moving forward. You're like, okay, that was then, this is now, and this is you reconciling. Could be reconciling with a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. You're not happy single. You're not happy single. So you're discontent being single. It's like you want to overcome some obstacles here. So this is really about you reevaluating, hey, wasn't that bad? You know, maybe I had something to do with this. This is self-evaluation for you, Sagittarius. So the wheel's turning in your favor. He sees that you walked away to master your emotions. And I like this for you, and to do some soul searching. So what you did essentially was you said, okay, things aren't working. Let me take a step back and look at what my part of this is. Like, what am I doing wrong? What do I need to change? And I feel like you don't like being single. You want to be in a relationship. So there's obstacles that you need to overcome. And the wheel's turning in your favor, so this is meant to be, right? And this person can see that you've walked away to master your emotions. They know that you're not going anywhere. You had to master your emotions and do some soul searching. You had to figure this out for yourself so that you could come back and, you know, when you own your own stuff, when you take accountability for your own stuff, then that person is led to do the same. You know, this person's not going to sit there and go, oh no, everything was your fault. No, it takes two to tangle. You know, everybody contributes. You may have been guarded in your judgment, but you love this person and you do want a relationship. So I do see healing. I do see healing. So I like that for you. Very positive for you. Capricorn. So somebody here is heartbroken. Somebody rushed to judgment. Okay, I see what's happening. You assume something here, Capricorn. Something you could have been very passionate about. If you're a feminine energy, you're dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sag. So heartbroken, wanting a new beginning. You're communicating that you're wanting a new beginning and that you're heartbroken. There was a tower with the King of Wands. You brought down the tower with the King of Wands because you jumped to conclusion. You rushed to judgment. So I feel like for you, if you assume something and caused an argument or a fight, you're obsessed now with having equal give and take. You want justice moving forward. I feel like you have very strong emotions and you want to apologize. Oh. Okay. Okay. Capricorn, I don't know if you had issues with this person in the past, but you don't want to talk about not talking about the harsh truth of the past. You're not saying anything about the past, but you did jump to a conclusion, right? But if you have strong emotions, you want to apologize, you want to move forward. It could be that you want justice moving forward, even if there was something hidden. I don't feel like it's being hidden. I feel like there's strong emotions. That you want to offer an apology and you're not talking about the past, but you are being very honest about some deception and betrayal. Oh. Okay. Let me read this from his perspective. Okay. So the heartbreak, wanting a new beginning, is the King of Wands here. I feel like he jumped to the conclusion. Or assumed. I don't know. I feel like it's assumed here. The communication brought a tower. He's obsessed with having equal give and take. He wants justice. If there was something hidden, he wants to apologize for something hidden. Because I see the truth about the deception and betrayal with the King of Cups. He doesn't want to talk about the harsh truth in the past. So maybe this person did something they shouldn't have done, and they didn't want to come clean with it, but now they're willing to. It's two masculine energies, though. Two masculine energies, so take it how it resonates with you. If they didn't tell you the truth before, they're going to now. That's the thing. If they didn't tell you the truth before, they will now. But it involves two masculine energies. Aquarius. Somebody has ended juggling a third party, and they're waiting to close the cycle. They stopped cheating. This person stopped cheating. Aquarius. Okay, so tell me about this. So there's an ending of juggling a third party. They're waiting to close a karmic cycle. There's an offer or an apology. They're offering justice. But the truth is going to bring a tower. I feel like this person wants either you to move past what they did, because they want you to move on from the deception. They're communicating about the betrayal, and they just want you to move forward. They're trying to go from rough waters to calm waters. So they cheated on you, but then they expect you to be over the fact that they cheated on you. It don't work that way. It does not work that way. You're having sleepless nights over this third party. Aquarius, I'm not sure if this is you or your partner, but somebody wants a victory in love with their partner. It's illuminating that they want to be they want happiness in a partnership. This is a victory in love. So they're going to take that leap of faith. It's been a long time coming. this relationship because of the manipulation. I feel like this person's okay. No, it takes all kinds because everybody is different, right? But this is somebody who says, "Oh, I'm over the cheating and I'm going to devote myself to you." And this person's like, "Oh, finally." Right? I can't wait for this victory in love with my partner, to be happy, to take that leap that's been a long time coming into this relationship, right? Like this person's going to give in. I'm going to tell you, in your mind, you think you're going, "Oh, well, he finally wants me." And you're going to take that, you're going to take whatever you're being given. But leopards don't change their spots. And he'll be back to doing this in no time. So, you know, everybody's relationship is different, and it is up to you how you deal with it. Whether you leave or you stay, that is entirely up to you. And Pisces. Okay. Pisces, you're emotionally communicating the harsh truth. But your wish fulfillment is to recover. You want an opportunity to heal. It's like you're saying to the person, "I'm going to lay my cards on the table and then I want to try to heal this." It's manifesting happiness and success with a partner. It is. You're manifesting happiness and success with a partner. You definitely want this to be successful. You could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, or a Sag. So I feel like you want to overcome an obstacle here and you want to come out of the cold. You've looked back at your past mistakes, or you may have cut somebody off and was single, but now you see things from a different perspective and you want to take that leap of faith because it's been a long time coming. So what this is basically a reconciliation with somebody. You're saying, "Hey, I'm going to tell you everything," in hopes of getting back together with this person, right? Taking that leap's been a long time coming. Now, you could be an emperor and an empress, because being a king of wands, the king of wands is, well, you have the pre-empress and the emperor here, and you also have the king of wands. So you want a victory with this person. They're leveling up. It's a new passionate beginning. So this could be your person, and you're just laying your cards on the line and trying to move forward with one another. I can see that happening. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave that there. If that resonates with you, please leave me a comment down below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and stay blessed.